Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's collective worship. My name is Dalal, and I brought along a friend. This is Jingle's friend Belle. Belle, say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello.
Oh, Belle, you can be a little bit more enthusiastic.
Hello.
I think it's because I got Belle out of bed a little bit too early. Belle, do you need to go back to bed? I might have to send Belle back to bed. But boys and girls, look at this book I've been reading. This book is called The Servant Queen and the King She Serves. This is what I'm going to be talking about today. But before we get started and before Belle goes to bed, let us light the candle. And as we light the candle, we say the words, "The Lord is here. His Spirit is with us." Right, everybody. So today we're going to start off with a little bit of a quiz. And I wonder if you can guess what the answers are. Now I want you to think of the answer in your head and then compare it to my answer. So the first question is this. Number 1. Who is turning 96 on the 21st of April this year? Who knows? I wonder if it's all the year 2s or is it the year 5s? Well done. It's the Queen. That's right, 96. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let's see if you can get this question. Which royal is able to build a 6-cylinder engine? Do you know? Oh, well done. Yes, it's the Queen. Who would have imagined that? She's an amazing lady, isn't she? Okay, now, how about the next one? This person employs 1,200 people to work for them, but when they had corgis, this person fed their own dogs. Who is this? Prince Charles? No, not Prince Charles. It's the Queen, of course. She is such an amazing lady. One more question. This is about the Queen. The Queen finds it really important to be punctual. Do you know what punctual means? Punctual means being on time. That's really important to her. Are you on time often? I hope so. Well, one day the Queen was late for the opening of Parliament. Can you think why? No, not that. In fact, she had left her glasses at home, so quickly had to nip back and get her glasses. Now, you know what? The Queen is amazing. She lives in a palace and she entertains world leaders, meets the Prime Minister once a week. And yet, she is very often referred to as a servant queen. Now, those of you who are student leaders, that's a really important lesson in leadership. Sometimes the best leaders are not the ones who boss everybody around like you would think a queen would do, but instead, she has dedicated her life to serving people, to helping out with charities, to supporting those people who often work unpaid and usually are the unsung champions of our communities. But you know what? We know somebody else whose leadership style was that of serving. We're going to read a story from the Bible and hear about the servant king that the servant queen serves. Today's story is adapted from the Book of Mark, and it's called The Servant King. Christians believe that Jesus was Christ the King, Son of God, our Creator, the Almighty, the King of Kings, and the Prince of Peace. And yet, Jesus was born in a stable, and he walked amongst every person. He didn't live in a castle, but he worked to serve his neighbor. He helped to heal the sick. He helped to feed the hungry. He calmed a storm, and he did everything he could to teach people and help people. Now, in this story, Jesus and his friends were having a meal together, but Jesus' friends were arguing. What about? They were arguing about stinky feet. Stinky feet? Yes, that's right. Stinky feet. Now, the thing about feet back then was that people didn't wear shoes. They only wore sandals, which might not sound unusual, except the streets in those days were dirty. And I don't just mean dusty dirty. I mean really stinky dirty. With all those cows and horses everywhere, you can imagine the stuff on the street that ended up on their feet. Ooh. So anyway, someone had to wash away the dirt, but it was a dreadful job. Who on earth would ever dream of volunteering to do it? Only the lowliest servant. I'm not the servant, Peter said. Nor am I, said Matthew. Quietly, Jesus got up from the table, took off his robe, picked up a basin of water, knelt down, and started to wash his friend's feet. You can't, Peter said. He didn't understand about Jesus being the servant king. If you don't let me wash away the dirt, Peter, Jesus said, you can't be close to me. Jesus knew that what people needed most was to be cleaned on the inside. All the dirt on their feet was nothing compared to the sin inside their hearts. Then wash me, Lord, Peter said, tears filling his eyes. All of me. One by one, Jesus washed everyone's feet. I am doing this because I love you, Jesus explained. Do this for each other. Wasn't that a wonderful story about how Jesus actually washes his disciples' feet? Can you imagine serving your friends by washing their feet? What an incredible thing to do. Now, it all teaches us about a word called servitude, and it's why we call the Queen the Servant Queen and Jesus the Servant King. So I want you to go away this week and think about what can you do to help and serve others. It might be to help your teacher carry a very heavy basket inside. It might be helping your buddy who seems to be having a bit of a tough time. It might just be giving a stranger a smile and just showing that they are important. Let us close with the school prayer. If you want to, can you say the words with me? Otherwise, just sit and reflect on what we have learned this week. Father God, let love flow. Let the room be filled with joy and happiness. Let the outside be filled with fun and friendship. Bless us all as we learn, with you, Lord, in all that we do. Amen. Now, the Queen is such a wonderful example to us all, just like Jesus was. So I think today, perhaps if you want to join in, we're going to sing one of Belle and Jingle's favourites, My Lighthouse.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore.
Well, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day looking for all of those opportunities of how you can serve over the next week. It appears that Jingle and Belle are still fast asleep, so I better go check on them. But I just want to say a very big thank you to Joshua for playing the national anthem at the start of the video. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.